Welcome to the presentation of Basics of Swift Messaging. In this presentation, we'll cover Introduction to Swift Messaging, History of Swift Messaging, and the various formats that Swift has introduced, namely Swift ISO 7775, Swift ISO 15022, and Swift ISO 20022. We'll also cover in detail structure of each formats along with the examples. Now we'll cover Introduction to Swift Messaging. Swift organization deals with financial messaging formats all around the world, which is headquartered in Belgium. It follows ISO standards, which is International Organization for Standardization. It is known as Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications, and it has adopted ISO standards, namely 7775, 15022, 20022. Now, these formats are basically name value pair for ISO 15022 format and XML based formats for ISO 20022. The messages are categorized into various types depending upon their use and are further discussed in the presentation. We'll now discuss the history of Swift messaging. In traditional ways, when the financial dealings were done in old days, they were done either on phone calls, fax communication, or having return checks from one institution to another. With the introduction of Swift messaging, financial institutions started dealing with electronically exchanging messages between them with the help of Swift as a mediator, and all the different types of formats which I mentioned earlier were being used, out of which 7775 is becoming. We'll cover each of these message types in detail in the next. Swift ISO 7775 is now decommissioned. It is created as a first Swift format during 1991, which was a name value pair. For example, if you consider amount tag as a 32A, it represented a value of DDMMYY as a date, currency as a USD, and the amount as $2.5. So this tag and its value was separated by Swift ISO 15022, which is the current format, and it is an enhancement of the previous Swift ISO 7775 format, which is also a name value pair. It uses a store and a forward mechanism, which is known as Swift FIN, in which messages are stored and then transmitted one financial institution to another. It uses two modes of transport. Either of them could be used. One is file act, which is a file transfer protocol, and another one is interact, the MQ based transfer. File act protocol is used for time sensitive processing, for example, batch processing, in which financial transactions are queued up and then batch processed at a particular time. Say, for example, ACH is example of a batch process system in which it could be scheduled to run at a particular time. Swift Interact is designed for real-time cross settlement system in which you want to transmit the message as soon as it is produced by the producer and it has to be received by the recipient. For this, we have a transmission in interact mode which uses MQ based messaging. Now on the right hand side we see MT standard, which is being followed by ISO 15022 format. These are categorized into 10 different categories from category 1 to category 9 till category N. Now 100 series or category 1 represents the messages of type or payments, and category 2 represents financial institution transfer. This type of messaging we are going to cover as an example in this presentation. Now, 100 series is for foreign exchange, money markets, and derivatives. 400 series is for and cash letters. 500 series is for markets, in which financial institutions buy and sell stock, and how the money movement happens in the financial institution is done by using this type of message format. 600 series refers to commodities and reference data. 700 series refers to documentary credits and guarantees, standby letters of credit. 800 series is traveler's check. 900 series is cash management and customer status. And category N refers to the common group messages, in which the messages or the standardized messages are exchanged by the SWIFT. Now we'll discuss the structure of SWIFT ISO 15022 message. It contains basic blocks divided into following parts. It has a basic header which is highlighted in light green color. First block. This first block mentions the big code of the sender institution, which is mentioned as SENDUS. Application header is the second block in blue color. It contains the message type 202, which is a payments message in 200 category, and it also contains the receiver BIC information. So that's the BIC that the receiver has to be mentioned with, which is RECBUS 30. User block is highlighted in yellow color. It contains a 108 tag, which is an MUR or a message unique identifier for this particular message, which is highlighted in. Now the text block contains the actual body of the message in detail, which is highlighted in red color, which contains the information about all the amount, the receiver bank, intermediary, all the preform details of it, all mentioned in this fourth block. Now the trailer block only contains some information about this message. This is highlighted in purple color. Now if we look at the detailed structure of some of the tags mentioned in the red color, if we look at the tag 20, it is a unique transaction number, and tag 32, as we discussed earlier, represents amount, currency, and the trade. Tag 53B represents account code information. 56A represents intermediary bank details. 57A refers to Fed wire number of the beneficiary recipient bank. 58D refers to the institution information, and tag 70 contains a free form information about the sender or the receiver. Now all the details are given on the right hand side about what the tag represents and how their values are to be filled. SWIFT ISO 20022 is a future implementation which is going to be implemented on 20th of March 2023 by all the institution which wants to cut over to this new format, which is an XML based format, and some of the organizations which are still in the process of conversion have the time till November 2025 get converted. But between this period, you could coexist between the empty format, that is ISO 15022, as well as the MX based format, which is ISO 20022. So I have displayed the mapping in a table about how the ISO 15022 message maps to the ISO 20022 message. In this example, we are going to consider MT202 message mapping to PACS 009001.x. Structure of Swift ISO 20022 message consists of an application header block and a document XML block. So on the right hand side, you see the application header block, which contains the sender and the receiver information, along with the other information which is displayed on the right. Document XML block consists of various information like the message ID, the number of transactions, the settlement information, as well as the other information related to the payments, like the amount, date, the sender, receiver, the intermediary details about the bank. These all information are encapsulated in the document XML block. Further down on the same document XML block, we would see the details about the creditor agent information and the creditor and the account of the creditor. So all this information are available on the XML block for the document header. Further down, we would come to know about the details about the MEI information, the name of the person, and other textual information which is present in the MT02 format of the 72 tag. So all these are mapped onto the XML ISO format as well. Acknowledgements to the Swift network as well as ISO organizations. In the next presentation, we'll cover a deep dive into ISO 20022 format. How we would consider an example about a payments message that is O2 and map it to ISO 20022 equivalent XML formats, that is PACS 9. So please do subscribe, like,